Have you ever wondered about the societal impact of ultraliberalism? Today, we're peeling back the layers of this complex concept to better understand its philosophical roots and its growing influence in our modern societies. Ultraliberalism, an extension of classical liberalism, emphasizes a high degree of individual freedom, limited government interference, and a commitment to human rights. It's a philosophy that thrives on the idea of self-determination, where each person is seen as the master of their own life, able to shape it as they see fit. This ideology emerged from the Enlightenment era, when philosophers like John Locke and Immanuel Kant championed the idea that all individuals should be free to pursue their own happiness, as long as they don't infringe on the rights of others. It's a philosophy that has been instrumental in shaping democratic societies and has led to significant advancements in human rights. But ultraliberalism takes these tenets to a whole new level. It advocates for the absolute freedom of the individual, often at the expense of societal structures and norms. It champions the idea that every person should be able to live exactly as they choose, without any constraints imposed by society or government. In recent years, ultraliberalism has gained significant traction across the globe, particularly in Western societies. This rise can be attributed to a myriad of factors, from the growing disillusionment with established political systems to the rapid advancement of technology that has empowered individuals like never before. However, as with any ideology, ultraliberalism isn't without its critics. Detractors argue that its emphasis on individual freedom can lead to societal fragmentation, as people become increasingly disconnected from their communities and traditional values. They contend that without some form of societal structure, chaos and anarchy can ensue. Now, with an understanding of ultraliberalism, let's delve into its effects on societies, particularly the American society. As we progress through this discussion, we'll explore the potential dangers of unchecked ultraliberalism and the need for balance in our pursuit of individual freedom and societal harmony. Scene script. American society, a melting pot of diverse ideologies, has seen a rise in ultraliberalism. What's the impact? As we navigate the complex landscape of American society, one cannot overlook the growing influence of ultraliberalism. This is a philosophy that pushes the envelope of individual rights and freedoms, often to the detriment of societal structures and norms. But how does this play out in real life? Consider the realm of free speech, a cornerstone of American democracy. Ultraliberalism takes this right to new extremes, advocating for the freedom to voice any opinion, no matter how controversial or harmful. This has led to a surge of hate speech and misinformation, causing rifts in communities and even threatening national security. Similarly, in the sphere of personal identity, ultraliberals champion absolute autonomy. This means individuals can identify however they wish, without any societal or biological constraints. While this may empower some, it also undermines the concept of shared identities, leading to a fragmented society where common ground is hard to find. Moreover, ultraliberalism's focus on individual rights often neglects the collective good. For instance, the push for absolute property rights overlooks the need for public spaces and resources. This can lead to economic inequality, as the wealthy accumulate more and more property, leaving less for everyone else. In the world of education, ultraliberalism promotes absolute academic freedom, allowing students to study whatever they wish. While this can foster creativity, it could also lead to a lack of basic skills and knowledge, as students may avoid challenging or essential subjects. Finally, in the political sphere, ultraliberalism's emphasis on individual freedom can undermine democratic institutions. The belief that anyone can do whatever they want, as long as it doesn't harm others, can lead to a disregard for laws and regulations, threatening the rule of law. These events paint a vivid picture of ultraliberalism's influence. But what are the consequences? Ultraliberalism, like all ideologies, has consequences. But are they beneficial or harmful? When we delve into the impact of ultraliberalism, we might stumble upon some unsettling truths. One of the most glaring issues is the erosion of communal values. In the pursuit of individual freedoms and rights, ultraliberalism often overlooks the importance of community. It's like trying to build a house with only bricks and no mortar to hold them together. The result? a society where individuals are so caught up in their personal rights and freedoms that they forget about the collective good. This, in turn, undermines societal structures. We're not just talking about political or economic structures. We're also referring to the moral and cultural structures that glue society together. When everyone is allowed to do as they please, without any regard for the common good, these structures begin to crumble. It's like a tower of blocks. Remove one block, and the whole tower might collapse. But it doesn't end there. The erosion of communal values and societal structures can potentially pave the way for anarchy. Now that's a strong word, isn't it? But consider this. When individual rights and freedoms are pushed to the extreme, it can lead to a lack of respect for laws and regulations. After all, if everyone is their own ruler, who's to say what's right or wrong? That's when anarchy begins to creep in. It's like a garden left untended. Without the gardener's guiding hand, the plants grow wild and the garden becomes a jungle. Similarly, without the necessary checks and balances, society can descend into chaos. And let's not forget the psychological impact. The constant pursuit of personal freedom can lead to a sense of isolation and loneliness. It's like being on a deserted island with all the freedom in the world, but no one to share it with. These consequences paint a grim picture. But how does this compare to the more conservative ideologies? As we grapple with the effects of ultraliberalism, it's worth comparing it with its ideological counterpart, conservatism. Conservatism, at its core, is about preserving tradition and maintaining social order. It champions the belief in personal responsibility, limited government, free markets, individual liberty, and a strong national defense. Children raised under these principles are often instilled with a deep respect for societal structures, a sense of personal responsibility, and a strong work ethic. These values can lead to a certain stability, both personally and societally. A conservative upbringing often places emphasis on the value of established institutions, respect for authority, and a belief in the importance of personal effort and merit. This can result in individuals who are self-reliant, respectful of societal norms, and invested in contributing positively to their communities. In contrast, ultraliberalism can sometimes lead to instability. Its emphasis on individual freedoms and rights, while admirable, can sometimes overshadow the importance of societal cohesion and shared responsibility. The focus on personal expression and self-fulfillment, without the balance of societal responsibility, may contribute to a sense of entitlement and a lack of accountability. In an ultraliberal society, the pendulum can swing too far in the direction of individual rights and away from the collective good. The result can be a society where individuals are less inclined to make personal sacrifices for the greater good, leading to societal fragmentation and a lack of shared purpose. This isn't to say that all aspects of ultraliberalism are harmful. On the contrary, its emphasis on personal freedom, diversity, and social justice are incredibly important. But like all ideologies, it can become problematic when taken to an extreme, without balance. The stark contrast between conservatism and ultraliberalism highlights the need for a more balanced approach, one that combines the best aspects of both ideologies, the respect for tradition and societal structure from conservatism, and the emphasis on individual rights and social justice from liberalism. The contrast is clear, but what can be done to address the issues brought about by ultraliberalism? Addressing the issues caused by ultraliberalism is no easy task, but it's not impossible. It's about taking a step back and reassessing the situation, seeing the forest for the trees. A balanced approach to societal norms and values might just be the solution we need. The idea of balance isn't new. It's been the cornerstone of every thriving society since the dawn of civilization. It's about respecting and acknowledging the rights and freedoms of individuals, while also understanding the need for societal harmony. It's about ensuring that the pendulum of ideological leanings doesn't swing too far in any one direction. What does this balanced approach look like in practice? It starts with dialogue. Not just any dialogue, but meaningful conversations that aim to bridge the gaps between different ideological groups. It's about understanding that each of us has a unique perspective, shaped by our experiences and beliefs. It's about learning from these differences, rather than letting them divide us. These conversations are the first step towards fostering a society that values diversity of thought. They help us understand that it's possible to uphold individual rights without compromising societal harmony. It's about finding that sweet spot where personal freedoms and societal needs intersect. But dialogue alone isn't enough. We also need to ensure that we have laws that protect society while still upholding individual rights. These laws should be fair and just, providing a safety net for those who need it, while also making sure that no one is above the law. The balance we seek isn't about stifling individualism or clamping down on freedoms. It's about creating a society where everyone feels safe to express their views and live their lives as they see fit, without infringing on the rights and freedoms of others. As we navigate the complexities of our evolving societies, it's crucial to remember that balance is key. This way, we can ensure a future that respects individual rights while preserving societal harmony.